All right, guys. So welcome to today's live stream. Welcome. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started. We are barely 9 minutes to this hour candle to close. So let's see what we will looking at for today. So this is US30. US30. Let's do some quick analysis here, guys. So basically, I would have been more comfortable if I did see price bounce off this psychological level. But in as much as I would have expected price to bounce off this psychological level, but we have seen a rejection at this point. So basically, I will be more confident to go in for buys if this level is taken out. So I want to see price take out this level, then we should be able to target at least 34,300 price level. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's switch back to 30 minutes time frame. So with this particular price action, I'm kind of seeing like a W pattern here on the M30. So basically this is how it looks like. So it therefore donates like we should be looking out for bullish continuation or bullish correction, because so far we did see a strong bearish correction here, and price is trying to push back to retest this rejection point, which is actually the 34,300 psychological level. So basically I'll be going for bulls here on US30 if at the end of this hour this we still have this bullish structure in place. Now, uh, gold. Gold basically is actually let's see. So let me start from the 4 hour time frame. So basically, this is the range I did draw from the weekly analysis. So I had identified that this area is a range. So for us to experience a smooth drop or a smooth push to the bullish direction, we need to see price break out of this range. So for now, price is still trading within that range. So that kind of leave us a bit skeptical for us not to quickly jump into any conclusion, maybe going for a sell or a buy, because in the short term it looks as if it's going to be going bearish, because we did see a rejection in the last 4 hour candle. This candle has currently broken the previous candle's low and is currently trading around that low. So with this in mind, there is a probability we might be going for the base, but for the purpose of this stream, I wouldn't be considering going in for gold setup now, because in the overall, looking at the higher time frame, is still within the range, and I've not actually seen a significant volume to give me an idea of where price would be heading to for the purpose of this live stream. So but this levels are worthy to note. So basically we want to see a clean break and close below this 1946, then we might consider price heading towards this 1933 price level. That is to say, we might see the potential of price filling this range here created by this strong bullish candle. So I want to see a clean close below this, then we might consider pushing bearish with the current volume in place. Okay, so with that being established, now also on the flip side, if we are going to be looking at the bullish aspect or the bullish side of this instrument, we should be able to see price close above this area. So basically on the 1 hour time frame, price is trading within this range. So until price breaks out of that range, we are still sitting on our hands. You do not want to engage. You don't want to jump the gun and get bent along the line. You just want to trade with confirmation, that is more safer, and as well trading in line with the trend. So and when we look at the 4 hour time frame, the trend has still not been established because price is still trading within this range. So we want to sit on our hands and watch it unfold gradually before we can take action. So let's look at US oil. Now, US oil, basically, let's start from the daily to see. Okay, so US oil is actually reacting at a supply level right here, though it did not dip exactly into the kind of supply I would like, which obviously would have been this area here that was being created by these 2 weeks. So that would have been the confirmed zone that I would have expected to see a rejection or a reaction. But since price did not go into that zone, of course, we have seen price, the current daily candle had broken the previous candle's high and is now heading towards the previous candle's low. So with this in place, it is going to be more prudent to be patiently waiting to see if price will break below this previous candle's low. Then we might look out for confirmation and start trading towards this previous accumulation zone, which of course acts as a demand zone, because that is the point with which we saw buyers come into the market to push price higher. So let's step down to 4 hour time frame to see price action clearer. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that price is also kind of trading within this range. So basically, you want to see price do a clean break, then we might see if there is volume in favor of the base to push price lower. And of course, you can see there is a bullish trend line here, and there is a confluence here. So that would have actually been a point I will be considering as my um, take profit. If price breaks and closes below that range that is currently creating, so I want to see price drop into this confluence, which should be a potential swing exit for the sell if the sell is going to be in motion. But when you critically take a look at what happened in the past to the left hand side, you realize that around that area, around that price zone where price is currently trading, we did see a significant drop. So basically, after that significant drop, price has been kind of struggling to push higher. So with a break in this structure, then I am more positive in price pushing uh, lower. So now jumping back to our US30. So US30, like I said, so we should be going for bulls now. So let's so US30, we are considering buys on US30. Like I said, if price closes and maintain that price action, then we should be looking out for buys. So we are counting on volume. There might be a little bit of delay in volume here, as today being Tuesday. We might see the actual move coming in at 1:30 p.m. or 2 p.m. GMT. So basically, a better a confirmation would be 1:30, 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. today. So of course, this is an early entry. So we are already in this. So let's look at our target. Of course, we are also targeting this point. So let me make that range clear. So we are counting on this W pattern. So there's this minor accumulation here, right? So there's this minor accumulation here. Now the reason I'm going for this early buy is because the past four candles have left rejections to the downside. So if I zoom in, so you can see that we saw rejection to the downside, two, three, and the last candle, which we are actually considering before joining this buys. So based on this series of rejection to the downside, we are expecting, or I'm expecting price to leverage on those rejection to push higher. And when you take a critical look at this candle, you realize that it is gradually creating those highs. So you see new highs being created. So based on this story being told by the candles, that is why I am actually going in for the buys. So of course, it is what it is. Let's see how it unfolds or how it plays out. So let me help you guys with where I am going to be exiting in terms of take profit and stop loss, so that you can as well apply it if you have joined me on this trade. So that have been our entry. So we keep our stop loss tight. So my stop loss is just about 40 pips. So while I am heading towards this level, so we are aiming for about 100 pips while we are risking 40 pips. So let's just say about 41 pips. So on US30. So this is the trade we are currently in. So you can join me and let's see how it's going to turn out. Always remember to keep your risks low. Don't don't always go in for high risk trade. unless you are comfortable with the risks you are taking, unless you are ready to stomach whatever comes out of that trade. Because a lot of people go into a trade, and because they had taken a lot of risks on the trade, they have risked high on the trade. So the little stalling or the little pushing against them, they are already in heavy negative, and probably they are receiving some margin call. Before you know, they have exited the trade, and after a little while the trade now pushes in their direction, and they're like, oh, how I knew. But one thing happens for sure: you have already lost a chunk of money, and there is nothing you can do about that than just to see how you can look out for some money and fund and come back again. And sometimes people do that and come back again and also still repeat the same mistake, which is very, very dangerous. So let's go back to gold. Oh, gold. Gold actually did break below. So we were not actually monitoring this. So all right, so this is a past we were watching the US30. So sometimes you cannot catch it all, you just want to catch what you can. So but I want to believe some of us were able to catch up on this particular trade. So because I did already mention, when we see a break below this, we should see price continue bearish, and that is exactly what price is currently doing with regards to gold. That's a long range. That's about 126 pips. All right. So since we are on USD, let's pay attention to this one. Let's pay attention to US30. Gold is still dropping. US oil is actually not ready for us yet, because we have not actually seen it break below the range we are expecting before we can look out for a sell. So now let me say this: whenever you come on my live stream and trade ideas are being given, try as much as possible to focus on one, so that you can maximize the potential of whatever trade idea or trade call I make here. Because just like we have seen when we were on US30, because this is actually the trade I'm in, you goal actually did exactly as expected, but unfortunately we couldn't catch up on that because we were still on the US30. So get the idea, let it align with you, what you already know or what you understand. Of course, that's why I always give opportunity for people to uh, make use of the comments section or the chat box by dropping their question on their concerns, whatever the challenge is. Whenever I give my signals and maybe there's something you do not understand, I'm open as far as the duration of this live stream is concerned to share with you the reason for why I am doing so. You can as well learn, because this is an educational content. All right. So we are pushing on US30 as expected, though it is too early to celebrate, but there is that hope that we should see price continue bullish. So of course, let's look at the contingency plan. So this is going to be our first exit point. So this is where I will consider breaking even because of that rejection. So let's see, anything above anything from 50 pips is okay, unless of course it's a major area that we should have paid attention to, which might not be up to 50 pips. But in this case, I would ignore this and go for this. This is more significant than this, even though both of them this actually gave a strong sell. But this is actually like the neckline to the first neckline to this W, which had identified earlier. So but this is actual neckline for this W, or for this big fat W. So this is more significant than this with regards to this particular trade. So that is why I'm looking forward to breaking even at that point, or closing partials at that point, and allowing the remaining position to run if price does get there. So this is 44 pips at that point, of course. So at least almost 50% of the target. So let's see, depending on the volume, who knows, maybe price will just spike up and break through before we are able to even break even. Or who knows, it might even drop to hit our stop loss. Of course, we have decided our risk, we have placed our trade, and the market has to decide. So while we just sit on our hands and watch how the market plays out. All right. Stay with me. So we have about 60 minutes to go for the next 30 minutes candle to show up. So like I said, uh, there's a high probability that we will be getting the volume, the needed volume by 1:30 p.m. So basically in the next 15 minutes, we should actually know whose side we are when it comes to this trade. If we are going to be on the winning side, or we are going to take some little loss. So the next 15 minutes will decide, or will help us understand whose side we are. So let's check it the 1 hour time frame. All right. So so the 1 hour time frame is still bullish. At least it makes more sense to put our stop loss below about 3 hours candle. This is 1 2 3, so it makes sense. So if it defaults the next 1 hour low, then there's a high probability that it's not going to go bullish. So we just accept our loss at that point and call it a day on US30, because we're not going to close the buys and jump in for sell if it flips to the bearish direction. So let me mark out that point to serve as a guide. So a break below that candle invalidates the buy setup, and at that point I will manually close my buy. Okay, so it's actually broken that point at which I was looking out for the buy entry. So currently, let's see how many pips are we currently sitting on. We are sitting on about 25 pips currently. So let's see. All right. So gold is still doing its thing. US oil. So let's see. Today we did not check a look at pound dollar. So let's see pound dollar. If it has done as expected. Oh, so pound dollar is actually reacting just as expected. Like I said, uh, expecting a correction back to the broken structure for price to probably retest that broken structure before pushing higher. So let's see if that is what is going to be respected. Now on that note, let's just look at the index. So the index has actually gotten to the area I expected. I expected a correction into that point before a bearish continuation. So now it is within the expected area. So I think I would expect more push into this level right before we might see the sell. US30 is not doing well at the moment. It's seriously correcting, and we are just 10 minutes away from our expected volume time. So let's see. Still in profit, but very small. Is the buy still holding? We will find out in a moment. In 9 minutes, we would find out if the bias is holding or if this rejection point is valid, because actually price did push into that zone and we saw price rejecting. So we cannot conclude until that candle closes. This is the 30 minutes time frame, and we would want to stay on the 30 minutes time frame so that we do not get swept away. We still want to hold unless price breaks below that 1 hour candles low, then we can manually close our trade. Aside from that, we are going to be holding the trade and see how it plays out. Always have a reason for which you are in a trade so that that reason can help you stay in the trade. Have a setup, have a system that will help you not to jump from end setup to setup. Know your time, know your pay, trade your setup, and allow the market to decide the outcome. Always maintain good risk management so that one losing trade does not send you back to looking for a way to fund. Gold is actually dropping, so gold is still dropping. Whoa, that's that's crazy. So gold has actually done about 60 pips from that entry point, 63 pips. That's crazy. And we are currently stuck on US30. 'It's same US30 is going the opposite direction because it's down. The candle is currently bearish and is pushing towards the breakpoints with which we might manually close. So we are still in the trade until we see what we are expecting. We are still in the buy. So currently in a negative, but we are still holding. We are still holding on to that trade. You want to see a proper reason to exit, not just running out of trades. Ooh. 5 minutes to go for, so you want to clear that so that we can see it neatly. 5 minutes to go for that candle to close. So let me go back to the 1 hour time frame to see if it's still maintaining structure. All right. So we are currently negative 14 pips. Remember, we reached 40.4, so basically about 41 pips. Gold is doing significantly well. Whoa. Can't imagine I missed that. All right, so what is going on? Oh, I think we are about to lose that trade. All right, so we're still waiting. We have 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Right. So let's see. All right, US30 is still not doing well. Oh, it's below, approaching our stop loss. So at this point, we just have to manually close, guys. We have taken an L on that. So gold was a better trade, and of course, we missed out on that. It is what it is. So that is an L here on US30. So a minute to the new 30 minutes candle. So at this point, of course, we can just take an L and jump into another trade. So the best thing to do is just to absorb the L. Of course, it stays within the risk limit for the day. So it's nothing to cry about. But of course, it's always not a nice feeling to take an L, even though it's minimal or even though it stays within your risk parameter. So, but it is what it is. It's part of the business. So new 30 minutes is out, and there's that probability that it should hit this. But of course, we do not have a trade. Let's see if US oil can give us an opportunity to salvage ourselves. So let's do some more analysis. All right, so we're still looking for price to break below this range. Then of course, before I will look out for a bearish continuation. So I think we are about getting there. All right, so that is it. That is it. That is the sell we have been waiting for. Yes, that is the sell we have been waiting for. So if this volume continues, we should see price. give us this nice 133 pips. So basically, let's just head down to our TP. That is about 157 pips. So let's see if US oil is capable of salvaging the situation. Gold is still dropping, so we are looking forward to US oil to be our savior. Yes. All right, so let me give you the exit points. That's the stop loss so that you can manage your trade accordingly. So we're able to pick it up here. So we are just risking 75 pips. So of course I was not able to catch immediately it broke. So while I saw it about to start moving, so that's why I was able to catch it. So let's see if it will be able to salvage the situation, guys. So currently we are in 21.19, 20 pips. So if this bearish volume continues on US30, it means that we should see price drop towards 33,934. 33,934. If the bearish volume persists, should be risking 107 pips, going for about 200 pips. That is about 1 is to 2 risk reward. This is only for people that want to swing, or you want to go divide your risk into 3 and take the trade. So but for me, I'm going to give it a pass until probably 2:30. Before, if I have a bearish confirmation, then I will go in again for maybe the sell, because looking at the current structure, it has broken the previous rejection point which I highlighted earlier, and it has tested at 3400. So I need to see a confirmation that price will actually fill this range. Then of course I will go in for the sell. There is no harm in waiting patiently for confirmations. So because I wouldn't want to risk about 107 pips to go for the 200. No, I'd rather risk maybe 50 pips, then I will still go for the 200. US oil, so we're still in it. So we are in 34 pips at the moment. 25. So US30 is aggressively pushing. So it's rejecting off that 34 100. So let's see. This one of the reason I said okay, I have to wait, give it a pass, because coming out of an L in a pair and jumping into it, and you're seeing this kind of uh move, and probably now you're back to another negative, it can set your emotion on fire. Probably you want to jump in and close, and the next moment it's blowing down, but you had already closed and taken another loss. So experience tells us that you have to do what? Wait. Absorb the L. Even if it was a win, just absorb it, soak it in before you can jump in again. So that's how come we were just gonna give our trade uh, a second chance here on US oil. So however this turns out, then we would be done for the day. So basically, so far we are in about 27 pips. We need to see 34 pips to break even on the previous loss. So we took 34 pips negative in the previous trade. So you want to see 34, though we had seen 34 pips earlier, but we are not in this trade to break even. We are in this trade to win, to break even and make some profit for the day or for this particular live stream. We still got some time. Still got some time. Oh my goodness. Go doing the doings. And we missed it. We missed it. So on this time frame, we can spot this high, two, three. This can be seen as a triple top for those that trade chart patterns. So this can also be seen as a triple top. So let's see if the triple top and the breaking zone, as we are earlier highlighted, would save us for the day. So I think we are back at break even. Yes, we are back at break even. No, we are out again. We need to see 34 pips. So okay, we are now in profit. To break even and now in profit. 38 pips going. So let's see if it hits about. So we have a bar stop here. So guys, if it drops to this point, I'm just going to exit and call it a day for today on this live stream. Yeah. So all right. So overall, sitting in a profit for the day. So let's see. If it gets to that point, it's gonna give us 72 pips. So I'm just gonna adjust my TP to 75 pips. So I'm gonna be walking away with 40 pips for the day if price gets to that point. So let's see. At this point, I've not break even. I've not done anything. I'm still exposed on my SL. Just counting on the bearish move. So US30 is back to the sell. Whoa. So that whoever had gone in for a swing would be enjoying. But of course, like I said, for me, I gave it a pass. I'm already in a trade, looking forward to see how it plays out, and I will be smiling away from the stream. Whoa, what a drop on gold. So gold has actually done as expected. It is even giving extra pips. But unfortunately, we missed out on that. Oh my US oil. So we're just basically some few points away, just about 15 points away, 15 pips away from my targets. Got some business to take care of. No, don't do that. Gold did a whooping 125 pips right here live. So of course, US oil, I still solidly expect it to drop to this confluence point. That confluence point is the overall exit, and that would have been about 157 pips. So yes, so we are about 15 pips to go. US30 is doing its thing. US30 is behaving like US30. A little more patience is required. A little more patience is required. All right, so it is time to call it a day. All right, so finally, guys, we salvaged the situation, end up the day with overall 40 points, 40 pips. So, um, if you still want to hold the trade, of course, you can still hold it, as I'm expecting price to run all the way to 69.41. That is the expected target. So this is where we will be drawing the curtain on this live stream. So see you guys on Thursday. Thursday, we are expecting a massive move on Thursday. So I'm gonna be seeing you guys on Thursday. And if you were able to catch on the gold sell, congratulations to you. So see you on Thursday. Until then, trade safe. Make sure to always leave the market with some blues, just as we have done today. All right. Bye, guys.